Still we are in Takhar province. Now we are in Qara Parcho village that is located around 10 kilometers from Taluqan city. This is a house yard. The house belongs to a late commander called Maulawi Abdul Wadud. He was killed by some rival groups 10 years ago. But we have planted these fruit trees for him. This is not they are not planted so much in orderly manner, but he has taken care of his fruit trees very well, it seems. But no, few trees are dried. The result is good, but he is hopeful about future. And these are not our friends. That row is not from our organization. These two rows are from our organization, including almonds, that row. And anyway, for us it is satisfactory, but the main problem is infestation of trees with pest and diseases. That is too common in Takhar province. And otherwise these people are doing much in the river to keep their plants healthy and irrigate and take care of cultural practices properly. And there are hundreds of houses like this. They have planted our fruit trees. As a sample, we have come here and we will go to some other houses so that to get a film from these orchards. Still we are in another house yard in Qara Parcho. Here you see this small house yard. Clearly it can be seen that there is two groups of fruit trees. One is large, the other one is small, newly planted. That row is large trees, maybe they are planted 2-3 years ago. These are new group of trees. They are fruit trees from our nursery project that was planted by our employees. There is also some trees from our organization. Some trees are formerly planted maybe 1 or 2 years ago. But let's see. Too much on plant. Here is another group of trees composed of two groups. One is newly planted like this. It's brought from our project. The other one is large one planted last year or maybe 2 years ago. But this tree is heavily infested with aphids. But our newly planted tree is this one. You see, it is 2 meters from this. Actually, plantation is also absolutely wrong since the spacing is very near to each other. Furthermore, you see how easily this aphid has transmitted to this tree. This newly planted almond tree is heavily infested with aphids. So it's transmitted from this tree 2 meters, 1 meter or 1.5 meter from this one. And this is why we insist on plant protection measures, since aphids transmit from one tree to other tree, and newly planted trees, even though they were very healthy, free of insects and diseases, now you see this is the position, this is the condition you see. That is why you are claiming that if you are going to have healthy plants, these 1 million trees, if we want them to be healthy, then we have to to apply chemicals and take precaution measures or protection measures for most of the trees in the neighborhood of orchards newly established. That is why. First, I imagined in Peshawar maybe the amount of chemicals to be required maybe 5 to 10 times the amount in the proposal. But now, as I came here and I see the level of disease proliferation and insect proliferation in this area, I think maybe 100 to 200 times the amount of chemicals and sprayers must be increased 100 to 200 times. Otherwise, it's not satisfactory. And we cannot combat, we cannot relieve these problems completely without a huge amount of chemicals, and that requires a separate independent project proposal. And this is the most important place to invest money and serve humanity. Believe it or not, these fruit trees we have transplanted, they will serve very, very positive in the community. They will produce too much fruit within few years. Health situation will be improved. The cash income of the people will increase to maybe 10 to 15 times. But if and only if we take care of these diseases. And this is the right place to invest money and serve humanity. You see these problems. They are absolutely helpless. They are too far from cities. Even though they are in Kabul city, they are impossible to find sprayers. Maybe they find chemicals, or maybe sometimes there is war. They cannot bring from Kabul. We bring these things with much difficulty, experiencing much difficulty through mountains, through very harsh ways. And these are problems. If it is solved, for sure, these programs we are forwarding will prove very beneficial in Afghanistan, and the economic situation and the life situation of women community particularly will be improved very, very much. Their health will be improved. You see these family orchards. These are 90% the service of women communities. They are almost imprisoned in the charter of these walls, and they cannot go out. The women community will be the main important community that they will make use of these fruits in these house yards. And the orchard, the large orchard consisting of 20 jilid, 10 jilid, these are maybe commercial. Some jobs will be done by women, some jobs by men. But in these house yards and family orchards, most of the operation will be done by women. It will be utilized by women. It is very important to take care of the diseases and insects in such places. And this is very important step. This is a newly planted tree. This is transplanted 3 months ago. But you see how heavily infested with aphid. Nobody have sprayed. They are absolutely helpless. And this is very dangerous for this tree. It hinders the growth, reduces the growth, and it will not produce fruit as long as these aphids are living on the tree, sucking all the juices and nutrients and water are taken by these aphids. But you see, this is the first tree. This is the old tree, the first tree. We are not planted. We have not planted it. It was planted by the house owner himself. And these aphids, the new tree, have come from this tree. It is transferred from the old tree to the new tree, and has caused problems. This is a plant protection measure or controlling aphids or pests and diseases in these newly planted trees are essential for this community. Wherever we go to visit a family orchard, the orchard owner, for sure he brings something and he invites us to stay for lunch or dinner, something like that. But they bring yogurt too often. If we don't eat whatever he has brought, then he feels something, a sort of discredence. Then we have to eat something. That's why I'm eating yogurt. It's very delicious. Thanks. We are located in Qara Parcho village, in the neighborhood of Taluqan city of Takhar province. Here we are located in a technical design orchard. It comes totally designed and transplanted by our employees. You see, it's a beautiful orchard. All fruit trees are in orderly manner. Fruit trees are, all of them are healthy, so for no damages, pest or disease can be seen over here. But one thing that is evident that in this orchard, it is animal damage. Since there was no wall around nursery, around this orchard, then some animal has come and fed over this bark of the tree. Then the tree has dried. This is an example. Yeah. As an example, this is an a pear tree brought from our organization, transplanted by our organization. Here you see the sign of removal of the bark by the teeth of goat, or sometimes donkeys come and feed on, remove the bark from, separate bark from the wood, and folium will be dispersed or completely destroyed. Then water and nutrients will not transfer upward, then completely dries due to the lack of water and nutrients. And the place below this position, you see, this is still alive, and there are some sprouts to start growth again. Here is another sample. You see, this is another sample of animal damage. This place is covered by a piece of cloth, and it has been damaged by goats. Then they have covered it, but covering of the place have not made any help for recovery of the plant. This is dry, and then this
here is sprouted. Here you can see.
Okay, this is from the place below the damaged portion. Some sprout has again risen. Maybe this plant will not fail. Still there is grafting. You see, this is grafting, and then it will become tree. These branches will transform into a tree. And the other one is the same fruit. All of them.
So many
trees. For many trees, they are damaged by animals, but some of them are completely failed. Some of them still alive and will germinate from the space below the damaged portion. But this man finally have found that without bordering the orchard or without construction of the wall, maybe all the trees will be destroyed by animals. Then he has constructed a huge wall around his nursery, around his orchard. Maybe he has spent 3 to 4 million Afghanis for construction of these walls. But most of these people demand the financial support for construction of the wall. This is something essential, but it will become a huge amount of money, and I don't know, if budget is supplied, it will be great help for them. But otherwise, people helpless, they don't have budget for reconstruction of the wall, then the allure will be damaged anyway for them. But something unavoidable. Even though this is so far it's a normal orchard, he had received some damages from animals, but the most important shortcoming is that he had planted barley in this. And this plant was, he had planted barley in the field as a second crop, but that's the reason that the trees have not grown so huge. And if budget is supplied there to make for this shortcoming, and the people are paid so that they should not cultivate anything in this project, then the plant will grow very, very huge. And within 2 to 3 years, each tree will become a good productive tree. You see, this is, do you know what is the universal question? Wherever we go, they ask that question. So the first thing they insist and ask us that is provision of funds for purchasing chemicals, which is this fertilizer, to support their trees. The second one is they say provide us spraying equipment. The third is provide us pruning equipment and orchard equipment, chemicals. And they have innumerable questions. We don't have answer for them. We promise them that if the fund is provided, then we will help you, we will come and support you. And we are helpless. That is what we report to you. And this is, believe me, this is the most important place that you are investing money is very, very essential. And this is the most important place to serve humanity. And everybody is fond of establishment of orchards and working for themselves. And most of orchards are destroyed. Diseases and pests are very, very common. People are very poor. Everybody is in need of help. And I don't think there is any place in the world that is most appropriate for investing money rather than Afghanistan. We are in your service. We grudge any effort. You see how I have come from Pakistan to here. Believe me, I experienced so much difficulty that I cannot forget it. I have come through very, very difficult ways. I have experienced much difficulties and hardships so that I could come. It took me 10 days to come to Takhar. Now this is the 1 week we are walking and going from orchard to orchard, house to house, and there are no roads. Somewhere there are very, very troublesome traffic roads. We go by cars. Then going to villages, there is no traffic road. We go on foot, and each hour of film we prepare, it needs 3 to 4 days. This is very difficult. But anyway, what can we do? We should be able to sacrifice and prove to you that something is accomplished. Okay. Huh? Now we are located in another village in Taluqan city. It's called Zargari. Here we have established a technical orchard for this guy. It's an area of around 2 girips of land. This is very good scientific orchard. All the required circumstances are adopted well, and spacing, angle to sunshine, anything is designed well. But still he has planted wheat in his orchard. The fruit trees have not grown so huge. This is the only mistake, otherwise it is very good orchard. Not just 2 girips, this one, there are 3 girips of land behind the walnut nursery. He has planted around 300 fruit trees. It's a normal, good ones, no fruit trees dried. He has taken good management, but except one mistake he has made, that he has planted wheat or barley in this area. But anyway, it is satisfactory anyway.
You can see from any angle, one line.
One line.
From this side you can see, from the other side you can see.
That's the
You come here, you can...
From anyway to the straight line.
ببینیم قطارها بس میشن دیگه هم راست میشه میتونم دیگه اسمش خط نداره
Look, all fruit trees transplanted looks at one line. This is the special characteristic of scientifically orchard, designed orchard or technical orchard.
نرفته بود یک لحظه دیگه
This is a small house here. Maybe around 60 fruit trees are transplanted by our organization over here. And most of our trees are successful except 2-3 almonds. They have experienced water deficiency. The orcharder have buried these almonds under the soil for 1 week. During 1 week it has lost moisture, and that's why they have not proved successful. Otherwise the remainder is not bad. They have utilized scientific principles. He is planted in rows, deep of plantation, anything is right so far. But the only mistake he has made that he has kept almonds for a long time under the soil, and the soil has been dry, it has lost moisture, and most of them are, some of them are not positive. Certain houses like this is maybe 1,000 or more in Takhar province. It is absolutely impossible for us to go to every house yard and knock the door. We want to see your house yard or small orchard. It's very difficult, it's quite troublesome. But anyway, as a representative, this was near to the road. We came and inspected. General condition is good, and this is completely constructed by our organization, except few almonds. This is a newly constructed house in Taluqan city of Takhar province. The area of this house may be around 2 acres of land. He has brought more than 200 different kinds of fruit trees from our nursery project in Taluqan city. He has planted in different directions according to the advice received from our organization. And he has received too many fruit trees compared to what fits in this area. Since you see this is a crowd, a huge number of fruit trees planted over here. All of them, 100% of fruit trees in this house has come from our project, planted by our organization. He wants to redistribute it or make separate or plant it in wider spaces in the next house yard he constructs. But so far, the transplantation mode is good. He has planted in rows, but the spacing is not well regarded. He has planted double the amount of the fruit trees required in this area, since he wants to transplant the surplus number of fruit trees in other house yards he is going to build. And all fruit trees are healthy, normal. He has irrigated, applied fertilizer. I think his fruit trees are very shiny, good green color. All of them are normal. Good luck for him. And like this, there are hundreds of house yards in Taluqan city, and most of these houses, women are conservative. Most of them do not let us to get into a house and photograph or prepare video film from it. Since they are women, they don't like women, so they don't like men to go too often in their houses. That's why we go to few houses and prepare the food. Since this is family house yard, and the purpose of fruit tree transplantation is production of fruit for the family. That is why they have planted different kinds of fruit trees in this area. You see, they have planted walnuts, peaches, almonds, apricots, apples, pears, and let's see some other kinds, plums, and around 7 kinds of fruit trees are planted in this house yard. This is mainly for the purpose of use by family, particularly women community. You see this small area that is planted to onions. This is a good place of exercise for women society in Takhar province. This cultivation, plantation, irrigation, and all operations required for cultivation of onions is done by the women in this house. This is common all over Takhar province. And these fruit trees planted here is 90% used by, the fruit is 90% used by women community living in this house. Therefore, women community of Takhar province will have a very, very significant share in the outcome of the project. An old tree, it is planted here maybe last year or 2 years ago, but this is not from our project. You see, this is infested with aphid and with disease also. This aphid will be transmitted by wind to other trees for sure. And even though this is not our tree, this is not planted by us, but we have the responsibility to spray this tree and remove this insect or kill it. Otherwise, it will infest all the trees we have transplanted in this house yard. That's transplanted by our organization. This is our fruit tree from our organization, from our nursery farm in Taluqan city. But you see, we have brought it healthy from the project. We have transplanted here. But that apple tree, I showed it to you. That is the main source of this aphid that is transmitted by wind from 5 meters apart to this tree. Now this is infested with the same pest of the tree that is not from our nursery. Now, even though a tree is not from our nursery, but we will be responsible to spray it for the sake of security of our own tree. It's like a human being. If a country follows quarantine in the country, then he has to take care of all patients in the society so that they are living in common, in share. The disease should not transmit to others. Now, in this, to keep our trees healthy, then we have to spray to defeat all the diseases that exist on other trees in this Takhar province or other provinces in Afghanistan if we start working. This is very good tree, you see? It is very excellent. Maybe in the bazaar it costs 10,000 Afghanis, but you see, it's infested with this disease. This will not grow longer and will not produce fruit anyway, since all the liquid in the plant will be sucked up by this aphid and it will not produce fruit. This is very dangerous. In the following media. This is a very sophisticated kind of pear found in Andhra district of Baghlan province, but it is distributed to other provinces. It is very, very famous. It is rich in sugar. Once I had analyzed it in the Faculty of Agriculture, Kabul University, it contained at least 36% glucose. It is very sweet. It is very tender. It smells very well. It has a very, very limited number of stone cells, and it tastes like ice. It is brittle. It is very, very excellent, and no pear variety in the world can be compared to this one. And this is the superior variety of pear in the world. كان خراب مش إنسان لجورة لو شنايره.
No, देखो आउलिया मालूम है कि अल्लाह ही मुझे रखना
Who suffers from the
There, here.
Now we are in the central of city of Taluqan city. This is the orchard family. This house building now, all of the trees bring it from our nursery. All of the tree have done by our employee. The expensive done by our organization here. Here belongs to the family orchard. They planted different variety of fruits like peaches, pears, plum, and apples, and so on. This is maybe half jirip, more than 1/2 jirip area. They planted more than 600 plants in different variety. The plant, all of them is considered our direction. They done all of the principles they have given by our organization. The tree is good. The group is very good. Also, that God bless him. Good luck for him. They planted in the onion, in mulberry, in okra, in some another vegetable. This all of the operation have done by the house family. This house is conservative. The most of people of Afghanistan, they have conservative. They have not given let the person come here to observe it, but all of this operation done by the family, house family, especially for the wife house.
Huh?
Khalil Azad.
Muhammad Amin Azad.
Now we are located in Jungle Beach Jangalibek village of Taluqan city, Takhar province. This orchard is owned by Muhammad Amin Azad. This guy, he is an intellectual person, educated person. He is general financial manager of Takhar province, and really he has managed this orchard very well. We have constructed this orchard for him. All fruit trees you see have come from our nursery project, totally constructed by our institution, but this guy has managed it too well. You see how clean this project is. He is actually he has not planted wheat or barley in this area. He has planted melons, and melons has not did not have any negative effect on the growth of our fruit trees. That's why these fruit trees are more grown. They have more grown and they are large enough, and few incidents of diseases or insects. And he has spaded the field clean of weeds. He has applied fertilizer to most of the fruit trees. He has managed all of them well. It is pruned by our employees, and the orchard is managed very well. He himself is an intellectual person. Always he comes and walks on his orchard, and he takes care of his orchard. We are very happy from him. You see, he has